And I had Elizabeth Warren. I was kind of looking her up and checking her out, and I know she won. The thing that really turned me was her at the convention, and this statement, which to me is the most dangerous thing you can say to your kids, to your neighbors, or to a nation. You know it, but let's hear it again.
People feel like the system is rigged against them. And here's the painful part. They're right. The system is rigged.
Okay. Horrible message. By the way, she's the senator now of Massachusetts. She was a Harvard law professor. She was born in 1949, so I don't know how long the system or what she had to do to overcome the system. She did a fucking excellent job skirting a rigged system. And then I started thinking, well, maybe her dad had some money or her parents come from some wealth, and so she can say, well, look, I had advantages that other people don't have, thus I was able to be educated. Her dad was a janitor from Oklahoma, and she's one of 4 kids.
Celebrity janitor?
Janitor of the stars?
Janitor of the stars.
Her dad is a janitor from Oklahoma. She ends up going to Harvard, or ends up becoming a Harvard law faculty professor. And she's got that Cherokee thing that's holding her back. So she's here as now the new Massachusetts senator, explaining to everybody, this is obviously before she won, but she's telling everybody the system is rigged against you, yet she's a female. She's Cherokee. I guess that's where she gets her tenacity. And she was born in the 40s, and her dad was a janitor.
She's hot, though.
She is easy on the eyes, and the high cheekbones is what lets me
the
know
bone structure, yeah.
She could have done that No Doubt video and not gotten any shit. The point is why is she explaining to people that the system is rigged against them? I fucking hate that message. It's a horrible message, because whether you're playing chess, football, or trying to get ahead in the workplace, once you learn the system is rigged against you, then why bother going outdoors? And I know she's going to fix the rigged system, but how did she get to where she is if the system was rigged? She is not 28. She's not a male. She's not anything but white, and she's not even white. Remember, she's a Cherokee. So what did she do to overcome the system? Well, she did what everybody should do. She worked hard. Her dad was a janitor. Her dad had a heart attack. They had financial problems. Her mom went to work. She went to work at her aunt's restaurant. And now and I'll bet you, when they had their financial problems and daddy couldn't go to work and she had to go into that restaurant or aunt or relative's work and bust her hump, I bet she learned a lot. I bet she got a lot of her tenacity from that. I bet she learned to roll up her sleeves and go to work from that. I don't know if she'd be the same person if she came from privilege, but the message of the system is rigged is horrible. I know what you're doing. I know what they're doing. They're trying to get a larger and larger constituency of people who assume it's rigged and that they're the unriggers. You see, Mitt Romney...
What up, my unrigger?
Mitt Romney rigs things. They unrig things, but Elizabeth Warren, how long have things been rigged? And then were they unrigged, as I've said, over the last 4 years with your guy in office? Or did he continue the rigging? And now what are you going to do about the rigging? It's a weird and fucked up message to send to people.
In politics and in sports, like you were saying, it gives people an implicit excuse not to try. Like, if you're like, football team tryouts are tomorrow, we pretty much have the team picked. You really shouldn't bother coming out. It's like,
yeah, it's the coach. His son is going to start at quarterback, and I don't care how good your arm is. He is the coach's son, and he's white, and you're black, and don't even bother.
Yeah,
and it is.
Football could be a good thing for you, but if you're like, well, geez, maybe I shouldn't even bother.
Well,
and the game's over.
Even if the system is rigged, it's a horrible message. It's basically, it's saying, look, here's what the message is. Maybe the system is rigged. Maybe the system isn't rigged. I don't know. I can give you 1,000 examples of people who are able to get around the rigged system. You can join their ranks. Maybe you just have to work that much harder. Maybe being a woman slows you down. Maybe being Hispanic slows you down. Maybe being black slows you down. Maybe being a Jew. Oh, no, that doesn't seem to slow you down. Maybe being Asian. Eastern in. Well, those don't seem to slow you down. We're very selective in who we hold down.
if you're trying to get a
Right.
role as a black person in a movie, it would hold
Right.
you back.
Yeah.
But you work that much harder. That's the message then. If the system is rigged, I suspect it's not. And again, sweetie, you're the daughter of a janitor from Oklahoma who's Harvard faculty. So how badly rigged could this system be? All right. So anyway, expect 4 more years of, whatever. The same. I say the same thing every year. Do not ask politicians to do things for you. They're not very good at that. You should ask them to get out of the way as much as possible so that you can move forward with your life and celebrate the victory or mourn the loss, and then focus on your family, focus on your career, focus on your life, focus on your neighbor, focus on your school, focus on your homework, and get the fuck to work. Because I can tell you that if you bust your ass, there's nothing Mitt Romney can do to stop you, or nothing Obama can do to stop you, if in fact you have that work ethic. And that's what I'm looking for. But what I'm very scared of is the message of, you're this color or you're this sex, system rigged, don't leave the house. Of course you can't do anything. You're of this ethnicity, this race, this religion, this gender. Very dangerous. All right.